Hi everyone, good evening. This is Kenneth Muyingo, the Public Relations Officer for the Ugandan community here in the Netherlands and also a member of the Career Advancement Network. And I'm connecting with you from my home here in the Netherlands, in Leiden, sorry. We're all in the Netherlands and I hope you are well. I bring you greetings from the leadership team of the Ugandan community here in the Netherlands. Thank you for all the wonderful work you're doing. And today we're going to be having a conversation about entrepreneurship in the diaspora. We have someone who has been living here with us in the Netherlands for some time. We will get to know more about his journey and what he's all about. But I just want to invite you, let me know where you're connecting from in the Netherlands in the comment section. Let's keep it engaging. I'll be reading the comments and the questions that come up, and we will have an opportunity to answer them. First, I just want to know, where in the Netherlands are you connecting from? I am broadcasting from my home here in Leiden, and I'll be reading the comments as they come in. But without wasting any time, since I see we're already running behind schedule, and I want to apologize for that. We had a bit of technical issues that we needed to just walk through. Let me just bring my guest into the studio and we're going to get started. Hi, Robert. Good evening. Are you there?
How are you doing?
I am doing great. Thank you for asking. Thank you for making time.
Yeah,
Thank you for making time for this broadcast out of your busy schedule. It's very much appreciated.
you're most welcome.
Indeed. And just for a quick introduction before we get into the presentation, for someone who doesn't know you, can you
Yes.
just briefly introduce yourself so that our viewers and listeners know who we are with tonight on the UCN Connects broadcast?
Okay. My name's Robert Kisitu, and I'm a family man who is living in the Netherlands for the last 3 decades, and I have a child, a girl, and I have a lady, and I've been for the last, actually, from half of my lifetime, I've been living in the Netherlands. And my journey is that I came here from Sweden, and I came to Europe from. I came to Europe. Actually, I started in Sweden, and then I came from Sweden. I came to the Netherlands, and then I started living here.
30 years ago.
Yes,
Absolutely amazing.
yes.
Congratulations. And
Thank
I
you.
know you have quite a story, and I would really like to have an opportunity to get into your story one day, one of these fine days with the community. But
Okay.
today we're going to be talking about entrepreneurship in the diaspora. And I know
Exactly.
that you have a presentation for us. I'll just
Yes.
bring it up so that we can get into it right away. Um,
Okay. Oh, let's
so,
get started.
yes, please.
And my preamble actually is I'm going to say something about entrepreneurship. Just like constructing a house, a, a foundation is very, very important when it comes to constructing in any construction project. And then when it comes to entrepreneurship, a strong foundation, it is very, very important to have a very good foundation for your company. And if I knew this before I started, I would have been, I think, I would have been maybe the Billy Gates of the Netherlands. But unfortunately, these are the things that I did not know when I started, much as I was educated. But the the 10 essential steps that enable you to have a strong foundation for your company. Many of them, I did not have them by the time I started. So all our listeners, you are lucky that at least these are the steps that enable you to have a strong, healthy company that can last a lifetime and also go from generation to generation. So let's get started. And there it goes. How do you start a business? So in the Netherlands here, it is very, very important to know that you have to have a business plan. Very important to have a business plan that will guide you through your business. This is not a requirement to in the Chamber of Commerce. In the Chamber of Commerce, they don't need you. But when you're asking for finance, when you go to the bank, you have to have a business plan. So writing a business plan, you might not do it yourself if you don't know how to do it. You can get a student, you can get an expert to write for you a good business plan. All you have to tell him is what your idea is, what do you want to do, how do you want to do it, then he'll come up with a very good business plan for you. So the second one is that after you write this business plan, you have to have a, a research, a market research to determine your strategy. Very, very important. How do you conduct a research? A research, you have to go to one of the institutions or universities, or even your the community people, especially those who are already educated, to make some research for you. It doesn't have to be expensive. So you get somebody who knows how to traverse the market you want. If you want to sell something, a service, or you want to sell a product, first know about who your clients are. What do they want? How are you going to reach them? You know, who are your competitors? Very, very important stuff. So after you make a market research, you make a financial plan. And in a financial plan, it is very important that you look at, a few factors that you are going to include in the financial plan. The expert who is going to make a business plan can make a financial plan as well, but at least you have to guide him on what you want, because he doesn't know if you have money, how much money you have, or you have some savings. How are you going to allocate your finances? What are you going to start with? Nowadays, some businesses are very easy to start. You don't need a lot of assets. You don't need for example, the people who are starting up businesses such as website building, app building, in the IT, they don't need a lot of assets to start up. So this is very, very important to come up with a financial plan. What do you need for your business? How are you going to implement it? You understand? Do you need inventory? Do you need cars? Do you need a license? Do you need machinery? Do you need to have an office? It's very important to list down what you really need in the financial plan as assets, because if you are going to ask for funds in the bank or anywhere, they are going to ask you, okay, what do you hope to start off? What are you going to buy to make your company successful? These are things you need. Setting up an office, or maybe having a car, having a laptop, a computer. So these are all what you need in the financial plan. So then you go to um, Are you there? So you go to choosing the name of your company. Understand? I think it's slide 6 now. That's where we are. Slide 6. Yes, you have to choose. You have to choose a short name of your company. It has to be unique. It has to be meaningful. It has to be memorable for somebody, for your clients to know exactly what you're going to offer them. Yeah. If you come up with a very long name, then yes, many clients will always forget your name, your company. So you have to have a short name, and it has to be meaningful and memorable. That is very, very important. Yes. So after that, you have to have to select a legal business structure. And this legal form, it is very, very important for the tax base. It has some advantages. If you choose a sole proprietorship, and that is in Dutch is called eenmanszaak, you are going to have issues with the taxes later, because you are going to have a lot of everything. It has to be on your name. All the taxes and everything is going to be your name. So it is very important to know that what you choose is very, very important. So here in the Netherlands, they consider that if the sole proprietorship, normally it's called a ZZPR, it's very easy to open up. You just go to the Chamber of Commerce and you open up. But it has a lot of consequences in the taxes. So if you are going to separate your private and business property, it is better not to think about having a sole proprietorship as your business. So the partnership, the general partnership, limited partnership, and the company BV. Yes, when I was opening up my company, my first company, I opened up the company at Whisper Plain. That was 2 decades ago. And then we were with some friends and we opened up the company. It was a partnership. Actually, we just gambled. We didn't know what it was. We didn't know the tax implications. We just gambled into, since we are partners, we said, no, let us open up a partnership. And then we ended up having this general partnership. It's called Vennootschap onder Firma in Dutch. So when we opened it up, it happened to work because we were offering our services in the hotel sector, and by the time we used to bring in the ladies to go and work in the hotels. It was business to business. That's what we chose, and surprising, it wasn't bad at all, because when it came to taxes, we the profits and losses were shared equally among us. Yes, so it was a gamble that we didn't we didn't mean to, and but what I know now is that it was successful is because of we managed to get away with a lot of taxes. Income tax is very, very important. I can give an example about sole proprietorship, the ZZ payers, the people who are now opening up small companies in the Chamber of Commerce with this Tempa. Tempa is an agency of which is offering jobs to go and work all over Netherlands. So what they do, they tell you, oh, you go and open up a sole proprietorship and bring it to us, because for them, they know that's where the advantage is to employ you And then, but then you are like a company, but you're not a company on yourself. And you later, when the taxes start accumulating, you realize that, oh, I have a lot of taxes to pay. Yeah?
Indeed.
So many people have fallen short of this trap,
Ah,
and so they've somehow given up or whatever. But it was a trap from this agent, very smart company. Young ones, the one is called Young Ones, one is called Temper, and they made a lot of money because for them they knew that they were avoiding taxes. They were avoiding taxes like of the health, paying for health if you are sick, health insurance, and a lot of other taxes.
ah.
And all the taxes came to you without
You
knowing.
manage your own taxes when you're a sole proprietor.
Exactly, you manage your own taxes. So this is very tricky, and many companies here in the Netherlands, they have BV as
Mhm.
families because they open up a company as a family, and then they start with their own members of family as workers, and then it has its advantage and disadvantage. But I, for one, have I don't prefer a BV. I just prefer a limited partnership. This is something that has worked for me because a limited partnership, it has an advantage of that when you get somebody who wants to invest his money in your company, he can invest his money in your company, and you are running the company, and then the profit sharing and everything, it can there's some advantage when the 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 tax authorities they come up with the taxes. So you're not into it alone. So this is very, very important, and it has worked for me very perfectly. So this is a legal structure you have to choose, and then you go to keeping business records. Keeping business records in the Netherlands, it is very important. By the law, uh, you have to maintain your business records for 7 years. You have to complete a tax return. If you're hiring staff, you need to register uh, as an employer and keep all the payroll records. Nowadays, it's a bit even easier because there are some payroll companies that enter and they say, okay, how many workers you have? I have 5 workers. Okay, we are going to manage your workers. We are going to pay them. We are going to pay taxes for them. We are going to pay taxes for them, and you are going to only pay us. And this is also very advantageous. This is very, very important, especially when it comes to managing a business. Uh, Ever since I'm here, I've seen big companies like Albertine. They are always employing students. Always, the students, the young, the the young people, always are their employees. I used to wonder. I said, why are these big companies focusing on the young people? Well, I knew, of course, I got to know the answer that yeah, young people, they can easily be paid. You know, their payment is not very much. So, and they focus on that, and they hire payroll companies to manage the students and the young people. So it's very important for the sustainability of a company. So you go to arrange the general terms and conditions and insurance. Yeah, in a company, you have to know that when whatever you're offering, you have to offer a warranty of 1 year. If you're selling perfumes or whatever, you have to give your clients some warranty. You have to write your cancellation policies. you have to have your liability and payments well arranged. So you have to have an insurance. Very, very important. When we were operating the first 2 years, we forgot to really pay the insurance on time. And so it happened one day that we got into ourselves into some trouble and we had to pay a lot of money. So business insurance is a must. So it's very important for you to, when you're opening up a company, to think about insurance. Insurances, they are not very expensive. Some are cheap. If you're a starter, then you get a good premium. So you have also to think about building a pension in your business, because when you are working for yourself, that one you have to keep some money for the pension as well. That's what is called their pension funds, and for entrepreneurs, and these are very important, that you have to keep some money. You pay a premium so that you build your own pension. Okay, let's go to the next one, and then check with legal requirements you need to meet. Yeah, there are some rules in the industry. Some businesses, they need some certificates. So you have to know, okay, I'm going to open up this business. What do I need? Do I need a certificate to operate this business? Do I need special qualifications to open up this business? Do I need a location? Some businesses, if you're not strategically located, you might not make a lot of money, especially if you are in the food sector, if you are um, the clothing sector. You need really to have a very good location. So these are the things you have to check. If you really need to open up, then this is very, very key to the success of your business. You have to process personal data, and then environmental requirements as well. Yeah, so these are very important. One day I went to England, and then I was walking on the street, and I saw some Ugandans who had opened up a washing bay. And the washing bay, I was like, I looked at them and said, okay, here in England, they don't mind about environment. Understand? You just see some space, you go to ask the owner, he allows you to open up a washing bay, and then you start a washing bay. In the Netherlands, it's not possible. You can't. Yes. If you want to open up a club, for example, you have to have environmental requirements. What are the neighbors? What are the requirements of the city you are in? Yeah. So these are all things you have to consider, look for, and find out before you open up a business. Very, very important. So you go to register with the Dutch Business Register and Tax Administration. Yeah, this is the easiest. After you have all that, then you go to Dutch Registry, the Chamber of Commerce. Then you go and you tell them you already know what you want to do. The business, they check your name. They say, okay, nobody is having this name. They give you the name, and then you are registered. So this is very easy. So the register of the company, you don't have to go again to the tax authorities to register yourself. They send it directly to the tax administration, the belasting. So this is the easy part of opening up a company. Yeah. So we go to the last one, and the last one is find customers and create a website. This is the most one of creating a website is not very difficult, because you can get experts, website designers to open up a website for you. Now, finding a potential customer, your clients, is the most difficult part of the business. Marketing. If you don't have a market for your product or service, then it's just a matter of time. It will go down the drain. Your company will get bankrupt. So customer base is very, very important. How do you look for customers? You have to, here in the Netherlands, you have, we have a Dutch Central Bureau system of statistics. When you go there, you Google it, you can see the link, and then you go, you find out who are the potential customers in the area. It is well detailed, well organized. We have the data collective. Data collective is also very well organized. You need data for the customers you need to reach out. They'll give you all the data. So you start calling them, you start mailing them, you start introducing your product, and then yeah, you never know. Then you get starting attracting attention of your of the customers who you want. The Chamber of Commerce as well. It has a database. It has a very, very good database. And the beauty of the Chamber of Commerce is that it can let you know, you can select who your customers, it can let you know who the new customers, the new people who have registered their businesses in the Chamber of Commerce. So if you have an account there, and then you select, and then you click on that button that, okay, I need this information, it will be available to you whenever you need it at a small premium. So this is very, very good when you're starting a business to really identify your customers. So nowadays it is even easier online. Kenneth, I see you always, you're advertising your business. You've started advertising your business online. This is also very good. Social media is here to stay. So advertising your business on social media platforms, it is also very good. Registering it in Google with Google AdWords and Google Sense is very, very, very important for the reach, because you never know who may want you, who may want your product or service. So if somebody now says, oh, I want this, the first thing he does is to go to Google and type in. So if you have done it so well with the website designers, then immediately a word comes up which is related to your business, then your business immediately will come up. And then before you know, somebody's calling you, oh, I need this service, I need this business. So this is very, very important, and it has transformed the way business operates. Really, social media, it has really transformed it. It's only, you have to know that not every website designer knows what to do. Yeah, before we did it, when we are constructing our websites, and we just thought that having a nice website will bring you customers. The answer is no, that's not the case. And then one day, I got a Dutch web designer. He came and told me, Robert, your websites, they're not bringing you customers. I said, why? What? Actually, I didn't know. They're not bringing you customers. So what should I do? Say, I'm going to design for you websites that are going to bring in customers. And the amount of money he told me, I was like, oh my God, don't tell me. I've been having a normal website. Customers could go there. Now you're telling me this. He said, Robert, listen to me. You are going to thank me a year after now. Yeah. I'm going to build your website. It's going to take some time. I'm going to host for you the website. But what you're going to get in this website, every person who goes online on internet in Google and types in the word on your website, you'll be the first one. I listened to him. I say, okay. He told me, forget about this neighborhood boys. He called them neighborhood boys. Forget
Yeah.
about them. They, you're not getting you any jobs.
Yeah.
I said, oh my God, this is good. And I really had to sacrifice. I sacrificed money. It was expensive. I paid him for 1 year. He said, no problem. I host for you the website 1 year. After 1 year, you take your website, you host it somewhere cheaper, but you
Yeah.
have a website that will bring you jobs.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It transformed my business, to be honest. Before I knew, I'm getting phone call after phone call after phone call. You understand? So
Indeed.
this is very, very, very important to know how to look for your customers on social, or in Google and also search engines. Very important. So anyway, that is basically what I have. Uh,
Well, thank you so very much, Robert,
yeah,
for this wonderful and very insightful presentation, and for
yes,
your time to be available to do this. And our
you're welcome.
viewers, we have people watching us on YouTube and also on Facebook. If you have any questions for Robert, you can type them in the comment section and I will be able to bring them up in the studio and get the questions asked. Rose Muberugo says, thank you. And just while we wait for other people to bring in their questions, you
Yes,
mentioned something about the BV and the CV.
yes,
Uh, so the thinking about a sole proprietorship,
yes,
the requirement is a one-man business. You can do it alone. Uh,
exactly.
with if you, for example, have uh, a a sole proprietorship and you want to
Yes,
switch it to a CV, a
yes,
limited partnership,
yes.
can you do that as one person, or you need more than one person to do that?
If you want to transform it to a CV, it is possible. Only what they will ask you at the Chamber of Commerce, they will ask you for a silent investor.
Yeah,
You have to have a silent investor who is going to is going to be registered, but is not going to be operating in your business.
yeah,
And this is something that will save you a lot, because it doesn't have to be somebody who has a lot of money, but he has to be also, he has to take liability in your company. If you make loss, it is also registered as a loss to her when she or he is uh, submitting the books to the belasting. So this is, but it's
yeah.
possible to change. You can transform your company from a sole proprietorship to a CV. This is very possible.
All right. And then, so also for the BV, you need more than one person.
Definitely, BV you need more than one person, but the BV is very tricky,
Yeah,
because the BV, by law, you as the manager, you have to pay yourself 5,000 euros a month.
yeah.
And if your company is not having this kind of turnover, then you're not going to pay yourself, and then you're going to get a fine from the belasting, from the tax authorities.
Oh
So
my
it is
God.
very, very, yes, it's very tricky.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very
Wow.
tricky to open up a BV when you don't have a lot of income.
So that limitation does not apply for the CV.
No, it doesn't apply for the CV. It
Indeed.
doesn't apply for the CV. So that is very important. And I saw that you also asking something about, let me see, you are asking something about The networks. I've talked about the networks where somebody has to go and look for research about what information he needs.
Yeah.
This is very, very important. And for nowadays, you also asked about the opportunities. What advice I would give to diasporans considering entrepreneurship?
Indeed, I think
Entrepreneurship,
that's very important for
yes,
someone who is maybe they're here right now and they have not yet been intentional in getting into entrepreneurship, but
yeah,
it's something they would like to consider. What advice can you give them, having been an entrepreneur for the time that you have been living here in the
yeah.
diaspora?
The advice I would give them is that they have to search for opportunities here in the Netherlands. This is what we call franchise businesses like Fable, like name them. Maybe also Albertine and so on.
Yeah,
Those are very big, but also there are a lot of franchise businesses looking for entrepreneurs.
yeah,
So all you have to do is to Google, and then find out the events, exhibitions where you find the companies, and these companies are very, very important because they need to expand their businesses, and these expansions, they are looking for entrepreneurs. And when you go there, they give you their terms. Okay, we operate like this, and this is our product. And
yeah,
if it is in line with what you want to do,
yeah,
this is a very big advantage because you have a brand name that is known. Your brand will be their brand is known all over Netherlands, so you don't need to struggle to build a brand for 10 years to be
yeah,
known.
yeah,
Yeah. So all what you have to do is to say, okay, you are going to pay us 30,000 euros, for example, but you pay it in installments and you arrange this. And then before you know, before people know you have a business with a brand name, and then you have a step ahead because building a brand name takes time. It takes
yeah.
a lot of effort, it takes time. But once you have a franchise, you are in
Indeed.
the you are I always look at the bigger picture. I look at the bigger market,
Yeah,
and then the market of Netherlands is big enough. If they know you, they buy from you. If they know the brand is good, they'll buy from you. So uh, people who are considering entrepreneurship, in whichever you have to visit this franchise events. They are always in different cities of the Netherlands, and they are really very welcoming. It could be a fee of like 50 euros. You go there and you meet the people who have already done it, succeeded in business. Their businesses are booming, and then you talk to them. If you agree, you like the product, it was also your dream or your idea. You
yeah,
work together. If I knew this uh, some years ago, I would have done this, but I didn't know. I didn't know. Yes. So
yeah.
I would advise people to consider that is very, very important.
Indeed. That's a good one. Thank you very much. And maybe there's another question here. How do you
Yes.
stay resilient and motivated
Yeah.
in the face of setbacks? Because business can be
Mm.
challenging. Uh,
Definitely, it is
how do you
challenging.
how do you stay resilient and motivated in the face of setbacks?
Yes. Thank you very much. This is a good question. Normally, I take challenges as I take problems. You know, I'm a person who likes to solve problems. I'm a problem solver. That is in my DNA. I like to
Yeah,
solve problems, and I developed a growth mindset, and
yeah,
I embrace a challenge. And once it is a challenge, then it becomes an opportunity for me to solve it. You understand?
yeah,
So that mindset is within me. That at some point, if I fail in something, I have to to figure out how I'm going to learn from it, and then from it, then I can see the step to move to the next level. Because when I learn how I got into this problem, I have I develop a mechanism of solving the problem, and then I move on. So it keeps me motivated, and I don't dwell much on failures. I'm not a
Yeah,
person who dwells much on failures and bygones. Just learn from it and move on.
exactly.
So yeah,
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so much.
you're
And
welcome.
so, our viewers and listeners, if you have any questions for Robert, this is your moment to ask your questions. But until your questions come in, we're still on for, I think, 12 more minutes. We'll be bringing it in for a landing at the top of the hour. But I just want to know from you,
Yes,
when you think about entrepreneurship and
yes,
diaspora, the fact
yes,
that we are from Uganda
yes.
and we are living here,
Mm,
uh, and the fact that there's this opportunity to be part of something as big as entrepreneurship.
yes.
Um, when you think about it, in what ways do you see entrepreneurship shaping the future of the Ugandan diaspora in the Netherlands, for example?
I see it is it's going to shape many habitants living here to open up their businesses and open up branches all over Europe, all
Yeah,
over the diaspora. Because, for example, I can incite the people who are selling fruits and produce from Uganda.
yeah,
Nowadays, you don't have to come to Amsterdam to have products. You can just a phone call and a WhatsApp message, and they
yeah.
send it to you where they are, where you are.
They'll bring it to your doorstep later.
Exactly, they'll bring it to your doorstep.
Yeah,
There are a lot of innovations among diasporans to think of a way of expansion, looking
yeah,
for market. People are saying, no, we are in Germany, we can even send it to the Netherlands, where
indeed.
maybe I've met business interested people who will say, oh, we want to open up a branch from Brussels to Amsterdam. So
Yeah.
I see that is going to be a very big expansion in the entrepreneurship, and many people are going to get involved.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much. This is, I think, the time that we're living in, that
Yes,
there's so many things that are happening. And sometimes, if we are casual, we just take them for granted. But the fact that, I mean, the internet, for example, it's only 20 years old. I was fascinated when I looked into this, that the internet is not even 20 years old. It's a recent innovation, but it has transformed the way we live and do business, the way we learn and operate. And with all of this, there's opportunities that have come up. And sometimes we are looking for ways to apply ourselves,
yes, yes,
avenues to start something. Look
yes,
within your community and identify a problem. And this
exactly.
is just for our viewers and listeners there. If there's something that you can identify, maybe actually it may be that it's a personal problem that you have, and out of it
Mm,
you can start a business to try
yes,
and solve that problem. Because
exactly.
with the way things are right now, a lot is possible. And just looking back on the work that you're doing and impact, I'm just curious, how does the work that you're doing right now help with giving back to the community and the work that you, I mean, the diaspora in general? You're muted, I think. I don't know. Say something.
Yeah.
Yes, you're on.
Okay. I think my phone was coming in. Uh, I've I've had this corporate responsibility,
Yeah,
and this corporate responsibility, I've always financed it myself in the activities of Stichting NEDAS.
yeah,
What is NEDAS? NEDAS is the Netherlands East African Development Assistance Stichting.
yeah,
So this is where we all give back to the community. We have spent a long time trying to arrange programs,
yeah,
uh, arrange programs of health,
yeah,
arrange programs of entertainment, arrange programs in different sectors, development seminars, and so on, so that we inform our people uh, of of how we are going to. We inform our people about things, but we also give back in a way that we invest into ourselves. We don't only look for money. We don't have subscribers
yeah,
who are financing NEDAs, but the companies I have, because I don't have only one company, I have a group of companies. It
yeah,
also funds the foundation. It also
yeah.
funds the volunteers. So community wise, we have really had a long way of supporting it through the organization NEDAs.
Absolutely amazing. Thank you so very much for this. And you
Yeah.
mentioned about having a group of companies. For example,
Yes.
if you have a limited partnership, are
Yes.
you able or capable of running a group of companies under one limited partnership? Or you would have to register all these companies separately?
You can. Actually, mine was a little bit. I did it in a way that it exists in 3 countries.
Yeah,
I registered it in England,
yeah,
and then I came here and registered a branch,
yeah.
and then I went to Africa and registered a branch. So it is the same company with different branches in different countries.
Indeed.
Yes,
Amazing. But this is the umbrella company under which all
exactly,
the other companies are running. And
exactly.
it's a
But
limited partnership.
it's limited, yes. But
Absolutely.
here I was like in England, because when I made my research, I
Yeah,
found out that, as I said in the presentation, that the BVs were really heavily taxed.
yeah,
And if you defaulted with paying yourself 5,000 euros a month, they were penalizing you. I
yeah,
went to England. I opened up a limited company, and then I brought it here. I made a branch as a CV,
yeah,
actually. Yes, I made a branch as a CV, because in England it is not, that law doesn't apply. You
yeah,
understand? It is a limited company in England, and it is a CV here. So,
yeah.
and it worked perfectly well. Yeah,
Indeed. Wow.
yeah.
Absolutely amazing. Indeed. Wow. Thank you so very much. And just this one,
Mm.
what's one thing that you hope your story and your journey of entrepreneurship uh, will inspire in others who are watching us today?
Yeah, I think this is a big motivation for the starters, especially for the professionals who are in Cannes, because I was I met a lot of professionals asking me how to start up a company, how to maneuver it, and so on. So I think this is a very big motivation for them, and to know that yes, we can do it. We can do it here, and it can be successful. So I hope this is an inspiration. My story is an inspiration, and also they can always send me an email. They can send me an email at nedasorg@gmail.com. So if you have any questions, send me a question to my email, and then ask me what you like to ask me. Yeah.
So it's nedesog
Yes. At
at gmail.com.
gmail.com. Yeah.
All right, that's right there indeed. And if you have any questions that you would like to reach out and ask Robert, you can do that. And indeed, I just want to say thank you for the time and for the wonderful work that you are doing in the community, the impact that you're making. Uh, I acknowledge you, I see
Okay.
you, and I appreciate the work that you're doing. And I know that I say this on behalf of the entire Ugandan community in the Netherlands, but also the Career Advancement Network. Keep
Thank you
being
very
an
much.
example and a true visible example of what is possible if someone dares to apply themselves and venture out and believe in something that they're doing.
You're most welcome. And also, what I would like also to say before we leave is that here, when you are starting a company, never fear that don't think that you're going to do it alone. You have to employ people, and you have to learn how to pay people when who you employ. And it is very, very important that we have this culture of you know working with alongside other nationalities. I have a team of workers from all over Africa, Dutch who are working for me, and I never even thought of that it could happen. So
Ah,
when you open up a company, don't think only small, think big, but start small, you understand, and think about how to maneuver the challenges of working with people, because alongside the way you are going to work with people, they are going to disappoint you, they're going to say bad things about you maybe, but you have to know that that's how it goes. You learn
ah,
from your mistakes, you learn from you know working with people, and then
ah,
just go on, because one thing that is for sure is that the labor here is expensive. Of course, labor is expensive, but if you maneuver, if you employ young people in your company, if you employ other people, maybe who are in the asylum procedures or other procedures, I think you can go forward, can develop, other than thinking, because I know some people who opened up ZZ pairs, sole proprietorship, that
ah,
they cannot even they are fixed like this. If you don't work, you cannot
ah,
survive. Understand?
ah.
And your customers, the loyalty of the customers, they want you to deliver. So
Exactly.
that one is extremely important, to know that you have to employ people. That is
And
the way you have to survive, and that's how you build a strong foundation.
most definitely. Wow. Thank you very much. And
You're welcome.
I want to say thank you on behalf of the Career Advancement Network and the Ugandan community in the Netherlands. It's
Yeah.
7 o'clock, and we have to bring this in for landing. For our
Okay.
viewers and listeners who are watching us from Facebook and YouTube, we thank you for connecting with us. And if you know anyone who was not able to join the broadcast, but you know that this information will be valuable to them, please share it with them. And if they have any questions, they can always reach out to Robert and he will answer them. We wish you the very best and God bless.
Thank you too. God bless you. Have a good evening.